Hi Pramod, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fine, happy Diwali.
Yeah, happy Diwali to you too.
So, how are your Diwali celebrations?
It was good. I enjoyed a lot, and this time I purchased crackers as they were banned in Delhi for last 4 or 5 years. But yeah, this
Hmm.
time they were available at certain locations, and it was a very heavy rush on those shops. But
Okay.
I somehow arranged on my own from nearby contacts. So this time I fired some crackers, and
So,
I
was it
enjoyed a
fun?
lot. Yeah, it was fun
All right.
after a long time.
So, India, whenever we celebrate Diwali in India, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, do you ever want to settle outside India?
Uh, yeah, definitely. I would love to settle outside India if I get a chance to.
Hmm.
But also
So,
keeping in
which
mind
place?
other things also. Uh, Initially, I wanted to settle in Switzerland, but after searching some things about that, there are very less opportunities for profession that they are based on mainly on tourism and banking mostly.
Hmm.
And I don't have background in any of them, so then I dropped the idea to settle over there. But I like that place a lot.
What about US and UK?
Yeah, definitely, I would love to settle there. But now in USA, the terms and conditions are very hard for us Indians.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Looking at the current conditions, would you be
yeah,
uh okay? And what do you think are the advantages of staying in India?
advantage. I think the main advantage is that I'm born and brought up here, and my roots are here, and my relatives are here, my parents are here. So the main advantage is that I can meet all of them and I can stay with them. Other than that, if I want to grow more and more in my career and I want to pursue some other things also which are not available in India, or get experience of certain technologies, or get some experience into some other fields which are new to India, I can go there and settle in another country.
Very good. So tell me one thing which you feel that separates India from the rest of the world. What is so unique about India which separates it from the Western countries?
Okay, if I go over one thing, that is population, that is unique. Yeah,
Yes,
we are the largest in the world. We have the
yes.
population more than any other country in the world.
So which country at the moment, we know we have problems with the US, we have problems in so many other countries. Which country,
Yeah,
according to you, is the best suited settle in at the moment?
I think it's UK is better.
UK is better.
I don't
Why
think
would you
there are
say?
much problems for us.
All right. So if you could
Yeah.
say one thing NRIs miss about India, according to you, what could it be?
I think relatives and the festivals.
Nowadays, they are saying that, staying in India has also become very difficult as people face a lot of lawlessness issues, especially in places like Delhi. The
Yeah, right.
pollution, the crime, everything is bad, and the cost of living is also high. And you do not get servants and all as easily as used to get earlier. What are your views? What would you say are still the advantages, and what you would say have now become the disadvantages?
Uh, if I go if I go with the disadvantages, what you stated is right. That it is crime is very on a high rate in Delhi and in India also.
Hmm.
And the population, if you go with the area, the population, if you consider both the things, area and the population, there it's very highly dense. Population is highly dense with the in correspondence to the area. And
Hmm.
if I go with the advantages, I think India is cheaper than other countries if
Hmm.
we have to survive. Okay, but in terms of crimes and pollution and population, I think it's not good for human health. Okay,
Hmm.
so safety is not there. If you go out around 8 or 9 in the night at the night, then
Hmm.
I don't think it's safe for a woman or even a man also, because there are a
Hmm.
lot of crimes which are happening after the dark.
Hmm.
And other than that, during this winter, the pollution
Hmm.
gets mixed with the fog and it becomes smog, and which is very difficult for old age persons to breathe in that surrounding,
Hmm.
that it can cause any problem for them, and which have
Hmm.
some breathing problems, it is very difficult to for them to go outside. So
Hmm.
there are few advantages and more disadvantages if we talk about India or some particular cities in India.
Hmm. All right, that was a very good answer. I would just add a little more articulation to it.
Yeah.
You gave
Okay.
it a very well way, but it's some articulation that you said that it is very expensive to stay in India. You could say that if I compare both the pros and cons of staying in India and staying outside of India, the first thing which comes as a stark contrast is the cost of living.
Yeah. Okay.
But which is more reasonable in India because of the fluctuations of the currency. The Indian currency is become very weak as compared to other
Yeah.
currencies.
Right.
Hence, the cost of living is more reasonable. But other factors like health issues because of bad air quality, which affects our longevity, which is one of the major disadvantage factor, and the
Right.
crime rate is on the rise, and it is not a safe place anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So it could be
Yeah.
more in the format of a statement, of an example,
Yeah.
of a reason and conclusion, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But there are so many people who would never wish to leave India. Do you know someone like that?
Yeah. There are many, and it is not only because they don't get a chance.
Mm,
Okay, it depends on their monetary balance also, and it depends on their education level also, that they can go on their own or not. Because if you have someone outside in any other country and they
yeah.
call you on their base, you can go easily. But if
Mm,
you want to go on and for any other purpose,
mm,
suppose you want to go for a job and you are not that much literate,
mm.
I don't think there is any possibility to get the visa.
I think
Okay, other than
one
that,
major factor is also some people are very attached to their roots. They would never
yeah, right.
leave their own country.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But I think there may be a chance that if they are literate and they have enough knowledge and skill and they get a
mm,
chance for that, they will definitely go. But it becomes the habit that, yeah, our ancestors were here, we are here, our children will be here. So we don't think about going outside and settling in any other country. But if someone from your family goes outside, and on the basis of that few other youngsters also settle there, then the thinking changes for the
mm.
upcoming generations, that yeah, we are open to settle anywhere.
Yeah. That is a good answer. Some people do not want to leave India, and some people's dream is to leave India. Like,
Yeah,
so
right.
many people I believe that, we can settle anywhere but India. But some people say we
Yeah,
will not go anywhere, we'll just be in India. So there are all kind of
yeah,
peoples, and those people are very attached to their roots, and other people, they want to explore other possibilities also. So it
yeah.
is both sides of the coin. There's an
uh,
image on the screen where there's a man sitting on a uh, luggage travel escalator,
yeah.
and I want you to create a story on looking at this image. What do you think this man is thinking? Have you ever faced any such situation in your life? Do you know anyone who feels pressured at the workplace? What do you have to say about corporate culture? And what would you do if you face the same situation? First of all, you have to decipher in your own um words that what this man is facing. Is he stressed?
Okay. So, in my opinion, this man is working in a corporate world, like a private company or something. By looking at his dressing sense, and he's stressed, and it may be the uh, lunchtime or something like that, that in between he has come outside, and because of the work pressure or some other problem, he's thinking that what should I do next. Okay, and there are many that I have experienced the same situations. There are some people who told me that they are in stress during the working hours in their job, and they also work in a private sector. And they often tell me that, yeah, today this happened and this was the situation. I was given this deadline and I wasn't able to meet the deadline, and my boss said this to me, and he scolded me a lot. And this month I won't get an incentive also because of that, and for the next month they have doubled my target or something like that. They tell me a lot of issues that they face in everyday life. So something similar might be happening with this person sitting on the escalator, uh, and he's thinking something that what should I do next, or if I am into a situation like this, I would definitely call someone and try to ease my mind and get the stress out of myself, out of my body. And in this situation, I'll call either my friend or my parents or my family members to discuss the problem, or to discuss anything to uh, change my mind or distract my mind.
Mhm. So, have you ever faced this kind of situation in your work culture?
um, yeah,
A stressful situation?
there was a time when there were several tasks given to me in a limited time, and
Mm,
I was supposed to be on all the events happening in that day. Okay,
mm,
and there was an event where I was supposed to be on the place at a particular time, and I got late because of the previous event, that the
mm,
seniors were not on time at that place, and because of that duration or gap or an extended time, I wasn't able to reach the next location before them. They reached there on time because they were on their vehicles and they got a clear path to reach there, and I had to take a different path and to reach before them. So there was a situation that I had to face the consequences, that a senior scolded me or said some words that I didn't like at that time, and I was in stress for maybe 2 or 3 hours after that event ended. And it took me some time to get the stress out of myself after going for a walk and to a mall for watching a movie. So this is somehow I eased myself or
So, what
de-stressed
do you
myself.
say about the today's corporate culture? Are people ruthlessly ambitious, and how does one need to handle it? Because we do not prioritize our mental health so much nowadays, and because of this, we see there's a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, and people working in the office. So, would you give advice to people working in the corporate culture? What would be your advice to them?
Okay, as I can see that it is a competitive market, and everyone is trying to get ahead of the competitors in the terms of profit and and expansion in the market. Okay, for that expansion, the employees are given so many targets that they have to meet by the end of the month or by some particular dates. Because of that, the employees get a lot of stress in their mind, and they are not able to sleep also at the night properly. Okay, and this hampers their work. They don't remain so much productive as they used to be before getting the stress. So for reducing the stress, I think they should go for a walk in the park, or they should try meditation before sleeping or whenever they get time, in the
Mhm,
morning or evening, or before sleeping or something. And even other than that, they should do something that they like, or uh, they should go with their hobby. It may
mhm,
be either a guitar, playing a guitar, or it may be going for swimming, or it may be playing a game. It may be chess, or a snooker or something. So they should do something which they like other than work. Okay, and they should find some time for it. They have to adjust the time so that they can de-stress their mind and distract their mind from the office problems after coming home. Otherwise, we bring the problems or the stress from the office to our home, and then we sometimes have a quarrel with the family members also, and become some what do we call that, um, chid or something type. We become something like that, and we don't
irritated.
talk to, yeah, irritated, and we don't in a proper way with anyone at the family. And then again, the same problem comes in front of us when we reach the office.
Yes.
So we should try something different.
Yes. So this answer was, Pramod, very much repetitive, because you
Okay.
were other answers were pretty good, but this answer I would like to give a feedback was very repetitive.
Okay.
I would give you another viewpoint. When I asked you about corporate culture, you can say that, for improving the corporate culture and the work environment of the place, workplace wellness is very important. The culture of the workplace should not be toxic. The
Okay.
relationship between the employees should be healthy. So if the relationship between the employees is healthy, there will not be toxicity and no depression. The offices should have activity places or gyms, so that the employees can freshen themselves up, go for a workout, or go to an activity room where they have chess and they have some board games, just to, so that the better your work productivity is, the more your own productivity would be. So that is how the corporate culture should be improved by these days. So if a person
Okay.
is happy, his work will definitely be much more and his productivity will be much more.
Yeah, right.
So there are some vocabulary words here. First one is NRI. I hope you know the meaning of NRI,
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
non-resident Indian, right?
Yeah,
And then there is overseas. The meaning of overseas is abroad.
yeah, abroad.
Then establish means settle yourself somewhere.
Settle. Yeah,
Remuneration is your salary package.
salary. Yeah,
And PG is paying guest. So
I
now,
guess.
using all these five terms, can you make a sentence, or just create a sentence using all these vocabulary words?
Okay. Okay. My brother
Hmm.
left India so many years back, and he went overseas, and he settled in UK initially, and there he was living as a PG. His remuneration was good there in UK, and after that he was transferred to US, and at present he's established in US, and he has his own company there, and he's earning a good remuneration there, and for the past 10 years or 15 years he was in NRI, and now he got the PR, permanent resident of US, United States of America. So he's
Hmm.
well settled, and I'm also trying to go there and learn something, and then come back here and do that thing in India.
All right, very good. So my brother wanted to establish himself overseas, so he chose UK, and
Yeah.
to save money, he chose to be a PG at a
PG.
reasonable cost, and the salary, so that he could save a chunk of his salary to establish himself as a non-resident Indian there.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. So then there is this image on the screen. Uh, there are four pictures.
Yeah.
One,
Right.
two, three, four, five, six. So this is going to give yourself some experience in storytelling. So you look at
Okay.
five, six images and you are free to make your own story. What you gather from this story. So I'll give you certain things, like what does the first image depict? Where they
Okay.
have come for vacation? How do you think their child has got lost? And what
Okay.
happens next is your imagination of constructing the story.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. There was a happy family of a husband and wife and two daughters.
Hmm.
They they vis- they went to Dubai for summer vacations,
Hmm.
and during that time there a fair was going on. It was an amusement park, and there were a lot of crowd. It was named Pacific Run. Okay, they went there for with their daughters to have fun over there, but somehow they lost one of their daughter, and because of the crowd they weren't able to find the girl named Susan, and they filed an FIR regarding that. But after 5 days or 7 days, also the police over there wasn't able to find the girl. After some days, they received a letter on their door. That and when they opened the letter, there a picture was there in the letter, and a letter was also typed by the kidnappers. And they showed the picture that the girl was in very bad conditions. She was bleeding on the head, and she was handcuffed, and a black cloth was on his lips, that she couldn't speak. And in the letter there were written they wrote that if you don't pay us 5 crores, we will kill your daughter. And after reading this, the parents were so much tensed, and they were worried about their girl. And after that, they went to some higher authorities also, to for some help. And somehow they find their daughter after 15 days, with the help of police and other authorities. So this was some a trip that they will never forget.
Yes, that was well explained. But yes, you can say you started uh, mm, there were, there was.
Yeah, there was.
There was, but you said, but somehow they lost. But unfortunately, in the fair, they lost one of their daughters,
Yeah,
and
right.
they were clueless. The police was also clueless. They ran from pillar to post. The vocabulary you could use
Okay.
here is they ran from pillar to post to look for their daughter. And later it was found out that was a case of open and shut kidnap and
Okay.
abduction. They were
Abduct.
they were extremely worried, and they were extremely tensed when they saw the picture of their daughter. They sought help everywhere, and finally, with the help of the Dubai police, they were able to trace the whereabouts of their
Yeah.
daughter,
Okay.
and could
Yeah.
finally trace her. That indeed was a unforgetful, unfortunate incident that
Yeah.
would never ever forget
Forget.
in their
Yeah.
life. Yes,
Okay.
so that was a good story and a good creativity. Now I'll give you one word: travel. Now,
Okay.
with this one word travel, you will think of 10 more words or and make a whole phrase associated words of travel. First word I'll help you is itinerary. Itinerary
Okay.
is the schedule of your dates of travel.
Okay. Okay.
Now, can you think of other associated words like,
Itinerary, travel. It can be route also.
no, you have to be very topic specific vocabulary
Okay.
related to travel. So, okay, I'll help you here since we have less time. Travel,
Visit.
itinerary, sightseeing,
Visit.
accommodation,
Yeah.
travel agent, excess baggage,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I put it
Okay.
on the chat box. Now you make a very meaningful sentence using all the words together.
Okay. Okay. Last year, I got the chance to travel to Goa, and I got the itinerary planned by my travel agent, which has some sightseeing locations. And he also planned the accommodation for me in a good hotel. And after reaching the hotel, I got the travel agent. I got the travel agent. I got something adjusted for me by the travel agent for my commute over the for the sightseeing also. And my excess baggage was there in the hotel when I went out for the sightseeing. This was my sentence regarding these
Yes,
words.
yes, yeah. So here you could have just said, you said when I out, when I was out. So excess
Yeah,
baggage you
and
can
was out.
use like that. Like last year, I planned my vacations through a travel
Yeah.
agent. The itinerary
Okay.
was fixed by my travel agent. He only did my accommodation and sightseeing. But since it was a low cost airlines, we had to be very careful about excess baggage. Only 7 kgs was allowed inside the plane. So we decided to travel very light with minimal luggage.
Okay.
It was a thoroughly enjoyable trip, and the food, the sightseeing, the accommodation, everything was just excellent. An unforgettable trip, I would say. Unforgettable trip,
Okay.
I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So we come to the end, come to the end of the session, Pramod. It was,
Okay.
I think, engaging and interactive session today, and you got a lot of practice to speak. You are a
Yeah.
good speaker. My feedback to you is I noticed very, very little minor grammatical errors where you had to use was, you used were. I think I will not ask you to go through any other grammatical or vocabulary things because for you, the best practice would be speaking. The more you
Okay.
speak, the more polished you will become. And uh, although the errors were very, very little, they will also become absolutely flawless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I hope you enjoyed the session, Pramod.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a nice day. Best wishes. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.